My husband drunkenly blurted out I'm gay after pushing me away from a kiss, and now he's avoiding me like it never happened. My husband and I have been married for 4 years. I'm 26, he's 30. In the 6 years we've been together, I have never had the suspicion that he was gay, assuming he actually is. The only signs I can really think of is that it took him a while to initiate lovemaking. I always thought he was just shy like he said. I still have to initiate lovemaking often because he'll only do it like once a week and sometimes won't even finish himself off. The lovemaking is over once I've finished and we barely have any fun before. He always said he was under pressure and work takes a toll on him. I never questioned it. I mean, he's a paramedic and I know it's a stressful job. 2 days ago, him and I were invited to a friend's get-together. While there, he drinks a lot with the guys and is completely hammered by the time we need to leave. He doesn't drink much normally either. One of his friends had to even come with me so he can help my husband walk from the car to the apartment. When we get inside, he asks me for more whiskey, so I give it to him since he didn't have work the next day. He drinks quite a bit of it. I'm tired so I decide to head off to bed. I go to give him a kiss like usual. As soon as I started bringing my face closer to his, he leaned back so far he almost fell off the chair. He had this really confused and disgusted look on his face and I laughed at first, but then when I went to kiss him on his cheek, he pushed my face away. Then he looked at me really shocked and said no, I'm gay. So I backed off and went to bed. I couldn't sleep all night. After 6 years together, why would he say that now? But now that I think of it, I wouldn't be surprised if he was. The next day, we were having breakfast and he was extremely hungover. I start telling him how drunk he was last night and he just laughs. Then I told him about what he did and said and he looked straight up at me really worried. I must have looked really upset, because right after he said everyone says stupid things when they're drunk, forget about it. Then he walked off saying he needs a shower. He's been a little distant ever since. Maybe I'm reading into this too much, I don't know. It's bothering me a lot and for some reason, I feel very hurt. I'd appreciate some help. Commenter number 1, you should check his web history. OP, I never find anything in his history. No PRN in general. About a year ago though, I suggested watching PRN together and then being intimate. 30 seconds hadn't even passed through the video when he said he didn't like it and we should just get straight to it. Ever since then, I never brought it up again. Commenter number 2, if he is in fact gay, it can be awfully difficult to come to terms with at this stage of his life. Don't kid yourself, he loves you. It does sound like he has been trying to convince himself he is straight, or deny he is gay. It does happen, however it has no reflection on you. You didn't make him straight or gay. He is who he is. Imagine how embarrassing it was for him blurting it out. You two need to talk. I have 2 friends that came out after being married and having fathered children. Does it hurt? Sure. He may not be exactly the man you know and love. Talk. And more importantly, listen. OP, he won't talk to me though. He's been giving me the silent treatment. I think I might have pushed him too much. Update, 2 days later, ever since I confronted him about what he said while drunk, he has been ignoring me and giving me one-word answers all day and today. He's been looking extremely tired, worn out, sad, and stressed. I didn't want to push him to talk to me about it because I thought it would make him explode. But it's been eating at me ever since and I couldn't control myself and I burst out crying while he was getting ready for bed. I told him I needed answers because I didn't want our relationship to be like this. He was really hesitant to talk to me, and tried leaving it at you don't need to cry, it's okay. But then I asked him if he was attracted to me and he gave me a look of pity without giving an answer. Then I asked him about women in general and he gave me the same look. It turns out you guys were right. He's gay, said he was meaning to tell me sometime soon. He said he drove himself crazy thinking about it and finding the right way to tell me that it came out while drunk instead. He said when we first started dating, he thought he was bisexual so he went on with it. Then he slowly came to realize he was gay but dug himself into a much deeper hole by then. He said he was diagnosed with major depression and was prescribed antidepressants but he couldn't take them because the side effects interfered with work. He also assured me he's never cheated on me, flirted with other guys, or been to any gay bars or clubs and said he had no intention to. I do believe him though, because I know he's not that kind of person, but also because his daily routines are the same. Work, gym, which is in our apartment, and then straight home. He barely uses his phone for any other purpose but calls. It doesn't have a passcode on it either and he leaves it laying around everywhere. For some odd reason, I don't feel as angry and upset as I thought I would now that I know what's been going on. But I feel like I'm handling this too well and might break down sooner or later. He said the only way he can be fair to me at this point is if we get a divorce, so we agreed on that. He said he'd tell his friends, his family and my family exactly what happened so nothing's left in the dark. I guess it all makes sense now. When I first met him he was a really happy and spirited person and when I look at him now it's completely gone. Thanks for the advice, it really helped prepare me for what went down today and I appreciate it. Now, any tips on moving on would also be of help. Reddit rave, OP hasn't updated any further in 9 years, so this post is marked as concluded.